Hey everyone, what is going on? So we have more Ultra League battles in the Go Battle League. Now this video is actually from a few days ago. I've been recording other videos before I uploaded this one, but that's okay. So let's go ahead and take a look at my team. I am using Lapras, Togekiss, and Venusaur. Now I do like this team, and out of all the battles I've done with it, I've never won any worse than 3-2. Now obviously it doesn't mean it can't happen, but overall, I think it's a pretty solid team. I do struggle, though, with steel types like Melmetal and Registeel, so that's one thing to keep in mind. Now, I have beaten them quite a bit. You know, I have beaten Registeel quite a bit, but obviously Togekiss as well as Venusaur don't really do well against them. Lapras doesn't either, although serves are adding up, I guess. But, yeah, so that's one thing you do have to watch out for when you're using this team is steel Pokemon. So yeah, let's go ahead and start commentating these battles, shall we? So he is, or she is, going to bring in a Alolan Muck. So I will go straight for the Frenzy Plant just to get off damage against the Pokemon. It doesn't do a whole lot, but it's okay for what it is, you know. We're going to get off another Frenzy Plant with Venusaur. And gonna add up, you know. She still has 2 shields, but the damage will definitely add up. Heatran comes in. Now, there was one battle I did actually lose to a Heatran. It wasn't this battle. I was winning, and then Heatran came in, and I didn't have my Lapras left. All I had was Togekiss and Venusaur, which double resist those moves, right? So I couldn't do anything with Charm. I wasn't doing any damage with Charm or Frenzy Plant, Vine Whip. But in this case, with this Heatran, well, we're able to farm it down because it's already weak, because we got it weak with Lapras. So now the Alolan Muck comes in using that Dark Pulse. I could have taken it, but why even bother risking it, right? We had a shield left. We go ahead and knock out that Alolan Muck, and we're going to go ahead and take game 1. So we're going to jump into the next game. I do lead with Lapras. I am leading with Lapras every time. Now, as you can see, we are facing up against the Melmetal, and yeah, we just struggle a lot with it because Rock Slide and, well, I don't think Melmetals are running Thunderbolt anymore. I think most of them are probably going with Superpower. But still, I mean, Lapras is also weak to Superpower. But it's also weak to Rock Slide. So we do have to watch out for that. So, yeah, not really great when we see a Pokemon like Melmetal. So I do switch into my Venusaur. I was trying to catch the Rock Slide. I wasn't able to do so, but that's okay. You know, he's actually going to hit us with a Flash Cannon. Wasn't expecting a Flash Cannon. I didn't even know Melmetal got Flash Cannon, I don't think. But that's okay. It's still a good move. Did a lot of damage to us. And we're going to hit that Melmetal, trying to maybe feint it with Vine Whips. I am going to go ahead and shield this attack up so we can try and hopefully farm it down. And it looks like we might just be able to. We are able to farm it down. So we do beat this Melmetal. But the Poliwrath comes in, and I actually have energy farmed up with my Venusaur. So this is actually pretty good for us because we're going to be able to threaten it with back-to-back Frenzy Plants. So we're going to go ahead and go for my next one, and it will be shielded. So we already take both shields. A Charge Attack is coming through. You know, I could have shielded it if I thought I could have gotten to another Frenzy Plant, but I didn't think I could. So I do let it go through because I know I have the Togekiss in the back. And now the Swampet's coming in, and I do go ahead and pull the switch. We do successfully catch the Hydro Cannon, so that's good for us. We are able to eat that with Lapras and go for Surf against the Swampet. Now our Venusaur is done, but that's okay because we're still able to get off damage. He's going to have to use another charge move. He's not going to be able to feint us down in time with Mud Shots, so he's going to use another charge attack, and I do let it go through. I figure my Togekiss can come in and just farm down with Charms, although we do get a little bit of lag, unfortunately. I'm like, oh no, we're in a pretty good position, but it looks like it didn't affect either of us, so that's okay. We're going to go ahead, and it's going to be another Hydro Cannon. I will shield it up, not wanting to take that damage, and then we'll feint him down, and now in comes that Poliwrath. I know I can take an Ice Punch. He actually gets off an Ice Punch, but again, as I said, I think I could take 2 Ice Punches. Yeah, it looks like I could take 2. We go for the Ancient Power, and not going to really do a whole lot to a Poliwrath, but you know, it's damaged, so we'll take it, and then we're going to be able to feint down the Poliwrath. So, we do go ahead and win that game despite that Melmetal, but if Melmetal was like in the back, or Registeel was in the back, our team would definitely struggle with it after they took out the Lapras. So for the next match, he leads Venusaur, and I lead Lapras, so it is Shiny versus Shiny right now, and this is kind of okay for us, but obviously we have to watch out for those Frenzy Plants. So basically what I like to do is I like to charge up to an Ice beam and then go for the surf, trying to bait the shield. Most of my opponents do shield that because they just don't want to take the chance. So we are going up for another ice beam. He will hit me with a frenzy plant, so that's going to cost my second shield, so that's fine. We do go for a charge move. This time I am going for ice beam. Probably would have been better just to go for surf, but I do go for the ice beam and he does shield it, so yeah, surf would have definitely been a lot better, but that's okay. So we do lose the lead. We do definitely lose the lead, but we took both of his shields, but at the same time he also took both of ours, so not great for us, but let's see if we could pull it around. So I do bring in my Togekiss, hoping that I could feint it before he got to a Sludge Bomb, and I do. And now Steelix comes in, and I'm charging up for that flamethrower. I'm charging up for it. He does hit us with a charge move. I'm hoping he doesn't have heavy slam. He might. He does, so that's going to do a lot of damage to us. So we do get off that flamethrower against the Steelix. Could have switched into my Venusaur immediately, but I wanted to get off the flamethrower to do a lot of damage to it. And now I'm kind of like, well, I don't know. It depends what's in the back. If there's a Swampert in the back, we're going to be in a really good position. And guess what, guys? It's a Swampert. So I'm like, yes, we're not going to feint too. Even if we got off an Earthquake, we would be able to take that and get to a Frenzy Plant. So I'm glad I went for the Flamethrower first, so then we could bring in the Venusaur. Venusaur didn't lose all of its health, and we're able to take that game. But thought I was going to lose it at one point, but we do win it, and now it's my Shiny Lapras versus a Clefable. So charm damage definitely adding up, but we're just going to farm up, and I think I go for the Ice Beam. Yeah, I go for the Ice Beam just because I want to get as much damage off against this Clefable as possible. Doing a good amount of damage, and now he's going to be able to get off a charge attack. I'm going to go ahead and shield this. It will be that Medium Mash as expected. I think I could have taken it, but then the charms might have fainted me. So I do charge up for the Ice Beam and just go for the Surf this time. Surf probably would have just been better all around, but he'll let it go down. So we do take the lead, although he is up a shield. And now in comes that Giratina, and we get to the Ice Beam, and I go for it. So I'm expecting the shield, but I'm like, well, at least we can take a shield. We have a Togekiss. So he does go ahead and shield that. And it looked like it was a CMP tie because he's going for his charge move now. Going to be a Dragon Claw, just wants to feint us, totally fine. So I'm going to bring in my Togekiss and I have that switch screen open just in case something comes in. We're going to be hit with a charge attack. I don't want to take an Ancient Power. It is going to be an Ancient Power. We could take it, I just don't want to. In comes a Togekiss, and I go for the Ancient Power against the Togekiss. So that's fantastic for us. It will not be shielded. Kind of expected it to be shielded, but he decides not to shield it. And now I have my Venusaur, so I do go for my Frenzy Plant, knowing that this will be enough to knock out the Togekiss. He will shield it, trying to get to that Flamethrower, but he wasn't able to do so. And let's see what comes in. Obviously, we know it's going to be that Giratina, so we're just waiting for it to come in. And my opponent just runs away, just wants to start the next battle, so that's fine. So GG's to my opponent, and we're going to move on to, I believe, the final game. So is this the same opponent? It might. No, I don't think it is. No, the other guy had a Pikachu outfit, right? So anyway, it's his Venusaur against my Lapras. So I will go ahead, and you're going to have to shield a Frenzy Plant if you have the Lapras. So we charge up and go for the Surf. As I said, like going for that Surf to try and bait out a shield, but he does not go ahead and shield it that time. So good play on my opponent's end to predict the Surf. We actually go for another Surf, and that time it will be shielded. So at least we do take a shield, right? So we're going to go ahead and shield this one up. Going to be another Frenzy Plant. That's totally fine. He will switch into Snorlax. No, it's not the same opponent. So I bring in my Venusaur against this Snorlax. And Snorlax is a Pokemon I see all the time in Go Battle League, Ultra League, and I think we're going to see it even more so in the Master League. It's such a tanky, good, strong Pokemon. So we go for the Frenzy Plant against the Snorlax. Trying to get to another one. He will get to what I assume to be a Body Slam. I'm pretty sure this is a Body Slam. It is, so we're able to take that just fine. And we charge up for the Frenzy Plant. Let's see if he decides to use his last shield, or he's just going to allow Snorlax to feint. He will use his last shield, so it looks like he'll probably be able to get to a Body Slam before we're able to. No, because he switches, and he catches the Frenzy Plant, but I'm still okay with this, because that Venusaur is really low. We're actually going to be able to feint it anyway with the Frenzy Plant, so that's good for us. He brings in Togekiss. I was going to try and switch, but just wasn't able to, but that's okay. We bring in Lapras, and I'm like, we should definitely be able to make this Ice Beam, so we do get to the Ice Beam to be able to hit this Togekiss. Going to do a lot of damage. In fact, it almost knocks it out, so Right now I'm just going to go ahead and pull the switch immediately into Togekiss just to feint him down with Charm. It doesn't matter what he hits us with, it will be a body slam, we could take it, and then we'll just feint down Snorlax. And that's going to be it for this video, guys. I will see you in the next one. I hope you have a good day. Bye. Thank you so much for checking out my latest video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter. If you like this video, check out one of my other videos that you'll probably enjoy.